Hey guys, it's Logan again. I wanted to start off this channel with doing sort of basics and a crash course on the exposure triangle. And today I'll start off with aperture. I think that it's probably the easiest one to learn just because it's a lot like the human eye, as in your pupil. So when you walk into a dark room or you're in a nighttime setting, your pupil is going to get bigger and it's going to let more light in. That's the same with your camera lens. At f1.4, it's going to let a lot of light in, and that is going to be really big. At f22, on the opposite end, you are going to let a lot less light in, and you are going to have more of the depth of field that like landscape photographers and the such look for when they're shooting. I don't do a lot of landscape, so I can't speak to that, but usually f8, f16, f22, you're going to have a lot more depth of field. So your aperture controls two things. It controls how much light is being let into your film or your sensor, as well as it controls your depth of field. So if you want like a shallow depth of field, that dreamy bokeh in the background, you're going to look for 1.4, 1.2, 1.8 lenses, even f2.8 sometimes, depending on the focal length. All of those numbers that I just threw at you are how we measure light, f-stops. And like I said before, the big pupil is going to be 1.4. So if you ever wondered what your camera lens meant when it's like f 1.4, f 2.8, it's simply the highest aperture, the biggest aperture that it can get. A lot of sports photographers and professionals, you'll see them with 70 to 200s or 24 to 70s. I have a 400 2.8 that I use for sports, and I'm shooting at 5.6 usually in daylight. But at night, it can get a little crazy, so that's when you need a fast aperture lens, and that would be 2.8 or lower. Here I have a 51.2, and that simply means that at 1.2, that aperture is going to be huge. That eyeball, that pupil is going to be big. It's going to let a lot of light in, and you can stop it down. You're going to get more depth of field at f8 or f5.6, but you're going to let less light in. So basically, to sum things up, I know that I just threw a lot of scary technical stuff at you, but to sum things up, the lower the number, 1.4, 2.8, you're going to let more light in. It's going to be a bigger pupil. And the higher the number, f16, f8, f22, you're going to have a constricted pupil and you're going to let a lot less light in. So I hope this helps. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. I'll try to reply with either a video or just reply to them straight out. That's pretty much aperture. I'll get to depth of field a little later. That'll be a separate video, but I just wanted to kind of get you a little familiarized with aperture before I started getting into more of the exposure triangle and more intermediate, beginner intermediate things. So until next time, guys, see ya.